Have you ever gotten a message or an email from somebody and then not responded for a long time? Like you've seen it, you're aware it's there, this person needs to hear from you, or they want to hear from you, and you just don't reply. In those moments, how do you feel about that person? I know for me, when I'm not super engaged with someone that's contacting me, be it, somebody emailing me about this or that, or texting me about this or that, it's because it's not a priority for me to respond to that individual. And I don't think that's inherently a bad thing if you're preoccupied with things to not respond to people. I'm not talking about the morality of not responding or whatever. But what I'm speaking to here is the experience that we have when someone reads our messages or they see our message or whatever, and we don't hear back. And it's very easy in those scenarios to think, oh, they're not responding to me. Like, what's wrong? Am I not good enough? What do I need to do to make them respond? I don't want to lose this person. I don't want to lose this business deal. Here's the thing. If someone is not responding to you, they don't value you to the degree that you're hoping for in this moment in time. And if you think about how you feel when you're not responding to someone, it's because you don't value other people. It's because you're prioritizing other stuff. So, are you going to allow somebody that isn't prioritizing you to continue to take that energy? Like, they're already not giving you energy, but you're giving them even more. So, if we look at this like, let's call it 100%, you never want to go beyond 50% of engaging with the person, because if you do, you're losing energy. Because if you're giving 55 and they're giving 45, at the end of the day, you're down 10% of your battery. Be it emotionally, physically, whatever. And it's really important that we recognize when we are not being reciprocated. And this isn't about being good or bad, right or wrong. I'm not interested in those kinds of conversations in life, because I think they lead to victimhood, or they lead to the opposite of that, which would be, I don't know, like a domination force or something like that. A villain. And that's not helpful when it comes to achieving goals and self-actualization and learning about yourself and cultivating compassion. And these are all things that I think are fundamental to living a life of fulfillment for oneself. But if you're too busy being a victim, complaining about why someone didn't respond to your message, or vice versa, you're never going to have the energy required to invest in yourself and to take the action by yourself, because sometimes no one's responding to you. And you can choose to sit and complain about the fact no one's talking to you, or you can go and create something. And I found myself that periods of loneliness, or periods of just, feeling isolated or rejected or whatever, they are really well remedied by going out and creating something. Be it making a video, be it writing something in a journal, be it creating a personal best by going for a hard workout or a long run or something like that. Because you got 100% for yourself. It's either 50-50 with another individual, another business, whatever. They're giving you 50%, you're giving them 50%. Or if it's not that, you don't need to be engaged with them, because you will be depleted. So in that situation, take off whatever you've given them. If you're giving them 55%, 60%, take it back. And now you have 100% again. And you don't have anyone to share it with. That's fine. Give it to yourself. Go take care of yourself. Go create something. Go exercise. Go invest in yourself. Because sometimes there just isn't a worthy candidate to engage with on that level. And that's fine. Remember that if someone's not getting back to you, that is not a person that you need to be with in this point in time. And I know that's hard to hear, because You probably got expectations. It's a person that you've really been wanting to engage with in a business relationship, or it's a person that you wanted to go on a date with, or it's a friend that you think is really cool and they just don't have the time for you. Sometimes that happens, and it's all right. It's all right for our plans not to go according to plan. So if you're not hearing from the person, here's an invitation. Embody a version of you that is confident, is really aware of the value that they have. And if you knew that about yourself, would you be sending follow-up messages 2, 3, 4 times to someone that's not getting back to you? Or would you just acknowledge that, okay, if they really wanted this, they've got my number. They've got my email address. They can contact me right now if they really want it. But they must not really want it because I haven't heard from them. And I sent them a message yesterday. I sent them one last week. They must have gone a different way. And that's fine because I know what I have is valuable. I know that my friendship is valuable. I know that my product is valuable. I know that my service, my wisdom, my insight is valuable. And I know that there is going to be another person that wishes to avail of that value. And I'm going to be ready for when they present themselves to me. And I'm not going to be investing 70% of my energy to someone that only gets back to me 30% of the time. Because then I won't have the energy that's required to serve the people that are giving me an equal share of energy, where there's actually reciprocity. And having that abundance mindset when it comes to love, when it comes to finances, when it comes to whatever, allows you to care less when someone doesn't respond. Because rather than it being a perception of your self-worth, it's just an indication of where something's at. It's not personal. It's objective. It's like the sensor in your car that tells you the engine is too hot. It's not personal. It's just, it's too hot. It needs to be cooled down. If someone's not responding to you, they're just not interested in talking to you. Because if they were interested, they would be talking to you. And they can have this excuse and that excuse, oh, I've been busy. It's like, that's fine. You don't even need those explanations. It's like, if they're not speaking to you, it's because they're prioritizing other things. If that person doesn't want to do business with you, it's because they don't see the value in what you have to offer. Because if they did, they would be giving you the money and they would be taking the next step to work with you. We are kind of selfish, us humans. And we can go around saying, I'm not selfish, I'm really, caring and whatever. We care about ourselves first and foremost. And that's a good thing, because if we don't, then we don't have anything else to give. We need to fill our cup so it can overflow. When people aren't getting back to you, they're not even thinking about you. Honestly, they're so focused on what's present in their life that they're not getting back to you. They're not thinking of you. They don't need you. And that's what's going on for them. Most times, they're not thinking, oh, that person sucks, I'm not going to... Like, it's just like, it's more neutral than that. It's more like the car engine. It's just, I'm just too hot. It's like, I just don't need you right now. It's not that I'm thinking bad things about you. It's just, I don't need you. And that's okay, because there's someone else that does need you. And it's a real tricky thing getting started in whatever, in business or relating with people. I know a lot of people struggle to make friends and stuff like that, and they get one rejection, or they have one person that doesn't seem to reciprocate what they're giving, and they think that everybody's like that. That's not true. There's plenty of people that need you. There's plenty of people that are going to get back to you, that want to spend time with you, and they deserve to spend time with you just as you deserve to spend time with them. But sometimes when that's not on the table, don't forget you can spend time with yourself. The person that's getting back to you sees the value in you because they're getting back to you because they want you. They want you around. And you deserve to give that same thing to yourself. You should want yourself around. If someone's not getting back to you, you could be like, oh, whoa, I get to spend the day with me. How lucky am I? It starts with you. And I really hope that this has helped you see that. So if they've left you on red, don't worry about it. Just keep building yourself up. Keep investing in yourself. Because you deserve it and the world deserves the best version of you that can exist. All right, if you enjoyed this, you'll probably enjoy my weekly newsletter. There's a link in the description. You can sign up to it there. And I send out really helpful insights that are going to help you with your creative business, with your mindset and all the things that go toward living a life of freedom. So I'll chat to you over there. Take care of yourself.